Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of the Good Night Podcast. Today we have a very special guest. He is one of the sweetest human beings I've ever met. He's funny. He gave me a diary on my birthday, and I swear that diary is the reason why I've been taking care of my career and things have been going well in my life. So he's a man that I love truly. I don't see him as much as I want to. But ladies and gentlemen, make a lot of noise for the wonderful, amazing Andrew Khoury, everybody. Andrew Khoury.
Oh my God. Thank you. Wait, you consider what I got you to be a diary?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't even think about it like that.
It was a book.
Yeah.
It's like a notepad.
Yeah, I figured, you write your jokes in there. But, a diary. Now you make it sound even more gay.
Yes, it's okay. I welcome I welcome this form of... My girlfriend's pretty sure I'm gay. She's like, Amer, you're 50% gay. And it's okay. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
right?
I think everybody's a little bit. Huh?
Yeah, you should be a little bit. You know, it has to come out in a way.
Well, don't they say that the male G-spot is...
You tell me, buddy.
They say that the male G-spot
This is a handsome guy. Speaking of men. This guy, I like the way he's dressed.
What?
You don't think he's well dressed? He's like a sexy teacher.
No, the pants are too long. The jacket's kind of... He looks... it's like a frumpy suit.
Is it frumpy? I don't know.
I think it's a frumpy suit.
Look, and he's putting his hands... He is clearly a teacher, I say. He's like if I was a girl in like CJEP, I would have a crush on him.
Maybe he is.
You know, come on. Why would a man wear a brown sports jacket with tan beige, whatever that color is called?
But he looks like he hates his life.
Yeah, he's a teacher.
Yeah, okay, that's true. Shout out to all the teachers out there. We support teachers.
We support teachers. Yes, I don't know how, but we support them.
Yeah, I think they're undervalued and underappreciated.
They are. So yeah, have you ever taught anything?
Well, I was a teaching assistant. So I did teach like a few classes here and there.
Ooh.
And I think the students really like me.
You are a very likable person.
Because, I was like hip and I, was engaging and then, yeah.
How old were the people you taught?
They were university age.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and also, I went to Korea for a year and a half and taught English there as well.
In Korea?
Yes.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well.
For like a year and a half. And it was mostly kids, but then I also did some adult classes and a group of teenagers who were in their last year of high school, and they were going to Australia for a year on a work visa.
Yeah.
So there was a program set up for them where basically we were teaching them like different styles of like different types of English classes to prepare them
Australian
for when they go to Australia. Yeah. And what is this guy doing?
He's driving like a straight man.
The worst.
No, there's worse. If you want to get into the...
if we want this podcast to be shut down.
If this hasn't been shut down so far, we'll be fine.
Yeah. And so one of the program directors had talked to me, and he said to me, he goes, "Can you please teach them about like consent and safe sex?" Because I don't think they were really teaching that in schools there. In
Korea? No, I don't think consent has left North America yet.
Yeah, no, for sure. So then I
here's consent in the Middle East. What? I asked her father. Her father gave me consent, and then it was fine.
Don't make us look that bad.
Listen.
So
we need to balance it out. Everyone's making us look good. I need to balance out the same by making
nobody's making us look good.
Yes, everyone's like, oh, Arabs are being attacked, blah, 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 they're dying.
That doesn't make us look good.
No, but we're the victims, so we need to be also the perpetrators, the yin to the yang or something.
I'm going to disagree with you on that one. But in any case...
So let's go back. So consent.
So then I was teaching these kids about, these like 17, 18-year-olds about consent and safe sex and, basically letting them know, like, if one of the parties involved is, for example, not sober, do not engage with that person, right? And I taught them that when you are out at a bar, right, hold your glass on the top, so you don't get roofied.
Damn.
We all know that story. And then I was teaching about like basically, if a man tells you don't worry, I'll pull out.
Yeah.
I told the girls, I was like, do not believe them. They have no control. They're not good at it. They won't. And even if they do, it's not foolproof. Okay, and we got diseases out there.
And I imagine, Asians are so studious. They're like taking notes, like, do not trust, pull out.
They were listening very attentively. And one girl was a bit like scandalized, but she understood the assignment here, right? So wherever those kids are, if they're watching this, it's been about 9 or almost 10 years. So I hope none of you guys got pregnant, ended up with any STDs, anything like that. So if any of you guys are watching this, please reach out to me, remember me, and shout out.
To all our Koreans fans over there.
Yeah, exactly. We love K-pop.
How did you decide, like, I'm leaving? Because you grew up in Nova Scotia, yes?
Correct.
And then you moved to Montreal.
Correct.
And then you went to
Yes.
Korea. How does one go, I'm going to leave everything and go literally to another planet?
I was really interested in just kind of going and traveling and having sort of an overseas experience. And I figured, I was by that point like in my mid-20s. And I feel like, well, if I don't do something like this now, I'm not going to do it later. Right? So I went, and it was fantastic because I really did enjoy living there, but also there were so many other places nearby that I was able to easily travel to. Because they were nearby, it was cheap to fly to and all that. So within that year and a half I was in Korea, I also did a lot of traveling nearby.
Where did you go?
I went to Cambodia.
Whoa!
And that was going to Cambodia was never on my radar.
Yeah, no one except like the terrorists who want to take over Cambodia.
Who wants to take over Cambodia?
Is it Khmer Rouge? Isn't it that Cambodian?
That was the Khmer Rouge was like the old dictatorship. Yeah.
They're
gone now.
They're gone.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
Yeah,
Shout
Pol Pot is gone now.
Aw.
Son. So,
Just kidding.
so then,
Sorry.
no, it's okay. Do you want me to do anything?
Yeah.
And it was the only thing I ever knew about Cambodia was that Angelina Jolie adopted a kid from there.
Yeah.
That was all I knew.
And it's such a Angelina Jolie thing to do because everyone goes like, "Oh, I'm gonna get an Asian kid," but no one thinks, "Oh, Cambodian."
No one thinks Southeast Asia.
Exactly.
Yeah. I was waiting for her to adopt me.
Oh, that would be amazing. Imagine right now.
Yeah, because yes, even especially now with the cost of living, because when all the things were happening with like the Syrian refugees, I was like, hey, I'm half Syrian, like, pick me. But she didn't even end up adopting one of us. So
Speaking of Syria,
yeah,
apparently everything is going hunky dory now in Syria. It's the Assad regime is down.
yes,
ISIS is now, Trump likes it. Like the guy who got elected, I think, who used to be in ISIS, and now
yeah, I think he was part of ISIS and like
Yeah.
some other Al Qaeda related group.
yeah, sorry, Al Qaeda. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pre-ISIS.
I think he also was part of ISIS. So yeah, I mean,
But listen, in his defense, aren't we all? We're all kind of part of ISIS.
that's why I keep the beard short so no one mistakes me for that.
That's why I keep my mustache so no one.
Yeah,
We're all kind of a little bit of Hamasi.
nobody's gonna think a gay guy is.
Exactly. Oh my God, you would make such a good terrorist. Oh,
Do you think so?
You and me.
Oh,
would
us.
make, yes, because I don't look Arabic at all,
True.
and you're gay. So
Right.
like, of course.
Who's gonna suspect?
Who's
us?
gonna suspect this Ukrainian and gay men to be?
Yeah, I
Oh.
think there's a lot we could do.
But it would be like love terrorism. We just get people to love us. Like we go to Israel and like all the women would fall in love with me. They're like, you know what, Arabs, they're not very bad. And all the gay guys would fall in love with you. This is how peace would be created. You just keep fucking every single hot Jew you meet.
I feel like even in that scenario,
Yeah.
I feel like it wouldn't go over so well.
Why? Think about it.
Mm.
Tel Aviv, big gay city.
Yeah, for certain people.
Yeah, exactly. But you would go undercover. Let's say you would say you're Georgian. No one knows what a Georgian looks like.
Yeah. Okay.
And you're like, hello, my name is Zlotan.
And then all of a sudden I switch.
Allahu Akbar. You convert to Islam.
And
Just as they're about to
oh my
come.
God! Listen, I've already disappointed my parents enough. I'm not going to convert to.
I've been talking a lot about the Middle East, and I'm trying not to, but it's so on my mind.
What's on your
lately.
mind?
The Middle East.
Yeah, but like what?
It's so sad.
It is.
The dying and stuff.
I know. Yes, it is.
Oh, God.
I know, and the whole world is just watching.
Yeah. Let's talk happy news. Tell me, what did you do today? Tell me like something good that happened to you today.
Today,
Yeah.
I went swimming.
It's true. You do have a swimmer's body too.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
I'd like to think so, but thank you. I went swimming today, and usually the lanes have a lot of people, but today, very few.
Yeah.
And when I go swimming, I have underwater earphones.
Oh, I didn't even know that technology exists.
Yes. It changed the game for me.
Really? And you hear well.
Yes, because
Like as if you're over water.
yeah,
Whoa.
you just because they're bone conducting, so they go outside here,
Oh.
and then you wear earbuds because you'll hear better underwater, and it's fantastic. But what am I listening to when I go swimming?
Let me guess. Mariah Carey.
No, not
That's
even
homophobic
singing.
on my behalf. I'm sorry. Lil Wayne.
I feel like that's more homophobic. No, the doom and gloom news. I listen to the news.
You listen to the news?
Yeah.
Do you try to imagine that you're like a Palestinian child trying to swim the Mediterranean to Cyprus? Is that what you're
I try to not to put myself in any kind of situation like that. I try to think of myself as a human rights advocate.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I like to think.
Yeah.
Am I?
Yeah,
I believe in
think so.
it. I don't
Yeah.
do anything, but I like to believe in it.
What are we going to do? I think all we could do is just be a good person to our neighbor here and hope that this love reaches the other side of the world, right?
And
That's
if
how I live
not,
my life.
then just have a big orgy.
It's true. Have you ever, for people who don't know, you have like Palestinian blood in your system?
No.
No, I thought you were a little Palestinian.
No, I'm half Lebanese, half Syrian.
Half Lebanese, half Syrian. Okay.
Yeah. There's enough war going on there.
Have you ever dated or did the bing bing bong bong with a Jewish person?
Yeah. Yeah. And an Israeli.
An Israeli?
Yeah, of course.
Was it hot? I dated a Jewish girl too. It was so hot.
I didn't honestly even think about it in the moment.
Yeah.
I didn't think about this is like a torrid love affair. We're Romeo and Juliet or something
Yeah.
like that. Okay, you're like getting off on the story more than I am.
Yeah.
No, I didn't even think about it like that in the moment.
Really?
I didn't. And then neither one of us broached the subject of politics.
That's how long did you guys date?
Oh, it was just like on the one particular person I'm thinking of, it was a one-time hookup.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Okay.
you're not gonna bring up politics.
No, exactly.
For a quick hookup.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
the worst. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So the same rules apply for straight sex and gay hookup sex. Is that you don't bring up politics. If you're gonna just hook up for one night, you're gonna hey,
Right.
what's your opinion on the Middle East? No, I just wanna have sex.
just for fun.
Yes.
Maybe I should do that. Just for fun. Just for fun.
Why? You're not gonna hook up.
I like to shake things up a bit.
you want it a bit more rough. Like,
I want to see what's gonna happen, and is it gonna give us idea of like role play?
Show me your passport. Ooh, your stamp is not up to date. You'll have to pay me a bribe with your cum in my throat.
Oh God.
I just imagine all of that in my mind right now. And for some reason, it was two men talking to each other.
And you imagine me naked?
Shirt up.
Shirt up.
Yes. For some reason, I see you wearing like your swimming trunks. Nothing non-halal. Yeah.
Okay, so like a Speedo.
No, like very heterosexual swimming trunks.
But
Like
I don't
the
wear
one
that.
I know, but that's what I'm imagining you in.
Wow, so even in your fantasy, I'm dressed like a straight person?
Yes.
That's homophobic. Okay,
Yes.
but like, does my body look okay in your fantasy?
Fantastic.
Okay.
Broad shoulders, nice chest.
Okay.
You have I call them titty shoulders. where it's
What's a
like
titty shoulder?
A titty shoulder is like the shoulders,
Yeah.
but it's a ball. You know what I mean? Like some guys, they have a ball as a shoulder. That's my
Oh.
favorite. These are my favorite shoulders. I've had them maybe 2-3 months in my life. And I was working out 4 times a week, and I was eating healthy, and I had titty shoulders.
Should I like show you my shoulders when the camera's turned off?
Oh, you can show them when the camera's on. Get more viewership. Jesus Christ.
No, I can't. This shirt, I gotta unbutton it. Okay.
Need help?
Let's pull over.
Andrew.
Oh my God.
You're the
What did
best.
you do today that made you happy?
What did I do today that made me happy? So I'm still working on my tour. I'm very
When are you
business-oriented.
going?
I'm going technically, if all works out, if everything is, I should be mid-June. I'm going to New Brunswick.
Okay.
You're East Coast.
Yes.
I am,
Close enough, yes.
Yeah, well, I know Halifax. I'm trying to book Halifax, but it's a bit last minute. Oh,
Okay.
so we fell in a pothole and the camera moved. Sorry, boys. One more time. Sorry, do you mind? Maybe do you mind?
Yes.
So, yeah. So yeah, I spent the day just sending a couple of emails, and then that should work fine. I sent a couple of emails to hopefully get a few dates on the road.
In Halifax?
In Halifax in August.
Okay.
And in June, I think I'm gonna do New Brunswick. 2 cities in New Brunswick. I think Fredericton and another small one. I didn't have time to
Moncton?
book. I tried to, but since it's a bit too last minute.
Let me tell you something about the people on the East Coast.
Yes, tell me about the East Coast.
If you've never been to the East Coast of Canada,
Yes.
they are some of the friendliest people you will meet. And I promise you that.
Yeah?
I can guarantee you right now, they are the friendliest people.
I heard that about like...
They're going to be so nice to you, okay? Except for the ones who rob you. But generally, they'll be really friendly to you, okay? And you got to get, you know, you got to eat some good like fish and chips and mussels. Get some mussels.
Mussels?
Yes.
Ooh. What's the reason? Why did you leave? Because you used to live there.
Yeah.
In Halifax, which is not a small city. I've been reading up a little.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, when I was growing, I mean, it's gotten a lot bigger over the years.
Yeah.
And when I lived there, I lived in the suburbs. I don't know, I just kind of, I wanted to, it's very similar to when I went to Korea. I wanted to experience something different. I wanted to kind of get out of my bubble and my shell. And then I was like, I felt like maybe Halifax was a bit small for me, right? For me specifically, not for anybody else. So then I left.
Were you out of the closet when you were in Halifax?
Yes, I had come out at some point before I left.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
So you didn't need to move to Montreal to get out of your, like, hey, this is who I am. I know who I am.
A part of it, yes,
Oh.
because I felt like it was a bit more.
Is it more conservative?
No, it's definitely gotten a lot better. I mean, when I was growing up, and again, this was like back in the day, we're talking like the 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah.
It was very
Oh,
different.
time.
But it got better as years went on. But I just felt like it's a place where, you know, a lot of people, like, how do I say this? There were a lot of people, I think, that from our community who just, everybody knew each other.
Yeah.
Right? And I wanted to be able to like live somewhere where, you know, you don't feel like somebody you know is going to see you and say something about you or gossip or whatever it might be, right? Because news travels fast and things always get back to your parents, right? So I just kind of wanted to get away from that aspect of it as well.
You wanted to cut the umbilical cord.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
That's smart. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I never get my parents to come to comedy shows.
No? I would love for your parents to come to a comedy show.
Why?
Why not?
Have your parents ever seen you do comedy?
No. No, of course not.
Exactly. I don't want them to see me
Do your parents know what you talk about on stage?
Sometimes my mom will see some clips and she's like,
Oh, so she's not okay. So she's not a fan of that.
She calls me Azhar
Mm-hmm.
because I say rude things. That means how would you Azhar in Arabic and in English would be
I
rude, vulgar,
rude, vulgar, not a
Yeah.
troublemaker, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
vulgar, like a vulgar troublemaker.
Mhm.
Because I say things that she doesn't like. And
Mhm.
so sometimes I talk about them. I have a joke about how my mom loves black cock.
Oh, okay.
And
Does
I
she?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
They got
That
divorced,
we know
so
of.
maybe.
Your parents got divorced?
Yeah, I didn't tell you.
What? When?
Yeah, in December, something like that.
But they've been married for like 50 years. At that
Yeah.
point, what's the point?
It's so crazy. I told my mom, like, Mom, you've been married for 50 years. She's like, I can't live with him. I'm like, Mom, he's 72. Wait 3 years. Like, that's not funny.
Wow.
Yeah, but I listen. They're happier. Like, they're happier now.
So they live separately now?
They live separately. Yeah.
And how's that going?
I think there's loneliness, but I think that's normal at their age.
Is she in the dating pool now? Is she in the dating scene?
I hope not. Imagine I'm on Tinder and I see my mom. Like, what?
Why not?
Huh?
Oh my God, Daunt, what are you doing here?
Like, no FB. Like, he's just writing the typical.
Oh my God.
No one night stand, serious relationship only.
Oh my God, halal relationships.
No, she told me my dad turned her off on all men. That's what she said. I don't know. I don't want to know.
So you think she's gonna be into women?
Maybe.
Okay.
I could see my mom being into women.
Oh my god, maybe we should like maybe I should like talk to one of my friends' moms and like see if she knows like some single men who could.
Let's not. I don't want to be involved in my mom's sexual or dating life at all.
I do.
A little matchmaker, Andrew Khoury.
Matchmaker, find me. So,
yeah.
If your mom is feeling lonely, like, does she want to hang out sometime? Is she a good cook?
My mom, she's a good cook. Yes.
Okay, you said that without any real confidence.
I've had better food elsewhere, but no.
Wow.
There's like 3-4 meals that she makes that I absolutely love, but that's not. She doesn't enjoy it like some Middle Eastern woman.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'm not gonna go over then for dinner.
No. If you want to go gossip and have a cup of coffee.
Oh, perfect.
I think my mom would be a great.
I will have no idea who she's talking about in her community, but I will listen to it.
What's nice is that she moved in the building with my aunt, which is my dad's brother, my dad's sister.
Oh, is that awkward?
And a friend of the family.
Okay, in the same building.
In the same building. So they have the 3 women in their 70s. So they have like little,
So it's like Golden Girls.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm happy at least for that.
Okay.
My dad stayed at the old apartment, and he has his friend who visits him. But my dad still has like a small part-time job, so he keeps busy. But I do feel loneliness creeping in their lives.
In both of theirs?
Yes, absolutely.
Should we set your dad up with somebody?
I think my dad probably is banging whores or has a second family. I'm pretty sure about it.
You think your dad has a second family?
I always joke that he does, but he's a man who lived a good life. You know what I mean?
What does that mean? You say you know what that means. I don't know what that means.
Did
he travel a lot for work when you were growing up?
No, he was a cab driver. So he knows the city by heart.
Okay.
He has friends in every corner.
Did he spend like holidays not with you guys?
No, he did not. Like that. He did not.
Okay.
We don't celebrate holidays. What, Eid?
Yeah, whatever.
It's Eid. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever you guys celebrate.
No. But I know he's had girlfriends in his life. My mom, she just had my dad in her life. He's the only man she ever dated, married, had sex with.
So do you think?
Yes.
Oh, so you think that you may have like older siblings?
I'm like 30%, like that my dad doesn't know of. Yeah, I think there's a possibility.
Okay.
My dad was a whore in his younger years.
Oh.
So there's and I don't think my dad is like, wait, let me put a condom.
Right. Oh.
That's. If mom is listening, she's not gonna be happy that I'm talking about the family. But I've always felt it. Like, not that he knows. I don't think he knows about it.
Okay. If anybody is listening and you feel like you look like a Rez, please reach out.
Comment in the
comment.
I am your brother.
Oh wow!
But they seem happier. Like,
okay.
They're more lonely, but the stress of that they were causing each other, I feel, is gone. But at what price? Loneliness. I think that's what happened. Thank you for your empathy, by the way. I really appreciate you. But you have to understand: finding out that your parents got divorced when you're 41 is like finding out that Santa isn't real when you're 41. I don't believe in the magic. Yeah.
Okay, so it really didn't affect you that much.
Nah, I just have to when I have to visit my dad, and then I have to visit my mom.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next question.
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's now just nonstop? One place to the. Do you feel like double your time is now being taken up?
Well, I do a lot of phone calls. I'm a phone call guy.
Oh, okay.
Because I don't have time to visit them.
I hate phone calls.
You do?
Sometimes.
Really?
There's a few people I can chat with on the phone.
Yeah.
Right. I'm happy to do it. Like certain friends or whatever, I will. And other people, certain people I'm happy to talk to on the phone. But generally, when I see my phone ringing, and somebody wants to have a conversation, I'm just like, outside of the like group of people where I'm okay having a conversation with on the phone. Sometimes I'm always like, ugh, I don't want to answer this. Sometimes I don't.
Have you always been like this? Like before the invention of text messaging?
Yeah.
Were you a phone guy, or were you like, let's just meet up?
Again, with certain friends, I would. But a lot of times I'm just kind of like, I'm too tired to talk. There are certain days where I'm too tired to talk on the phone.
Even in like when you were a teenager.
Yeah, I would.
And you're like, let's meet talk with my friend, and we'd spend hours on the phone. You didn't do that?
But I feel like people at that time were just using like MSN.
Okay, pre-MSN. Wait, how old are you?
36.
36. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm like 5 years, 6 years older than you, but
Yeah.
I'm older. And like that, in that period of time, a lot of things happened. So yeah, when I was young, it was phone before MSN.
There was ICQ.
It was ICQ.
But I didn't have ICQ.
No,
No,
why?
I didn't. I don't know. I just at that point in my life when it was out and it was at its hype and it was popular,
Yeah.
it really was not appealing to me.
So great. I remember. So when I think it was ICQ or the beginning of, I think it was ICQ. You could download like another version of ICQ that would tell you when someone clicked on your name. And there used to be a girl I used to have a huge crush on.
Okay. Was she real?
Yeah, she was real.
Okay.
And I think we went to university together.
Oh.
Yeah, we went to university together, and I would see like she clicked on my name, like she didn't send me a message, but it could tell me that, oh, she clicked on your name, and you're like, oh, she loves me.
And whatever happened with her?
We dated.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I just remember like having this secret software that allowed me, or when she was invisible, but not really. Like when she said she was offline, but she was invisible. Remember that setting? Where you could tell you were invisible? You're offline, but you're not. You're invisible. And it would tell me, no, she is online.
I felt people who did that were so pretentious.
Everybody, who's not pretentious when they're like 18, 19?
Yeah, I suppose.
Everybody's pretentious. Everybody's pretending to see something.
But it's just like, kind of like, God, like get over yourself. But okay.
Yeah, well, that's what youth is about. You think you're a big shit, and then
at that time I thought it was
punches you
pretentious.
in the face.
Now when I look at it, I'm like, oh, that's a perfect way to be nosy.
Yeah.
And I'm all about like fact finding
Yeah.
and being nosy and all that.
When you're 18, 19, unless you're a professional athlete, you don't know what you're going to do in life.
Right.
You have no, I'm just going to be an asshole, or I'm going to be, think highly of myself, or I'm going to drink and I'm going to spend money.
Yeah, I mean, when I was 18,
yourself,
when I was 18 or 19, I never thought to myself, oh, I'm going to want to marry rich someday. Because I always thought, no, like, I'm an independent woman. Like, I'm going to support myself, so on and so forth. And I was sold on a lie. And I thought I was too good to marry for money or to marry rich. And, to all the young girls and gays who are listening and watching this, don't ever let somebody tell you that, it's beneath you to marry for money.
But Andrew, what about love? What about marrying for love? Don't you love love? Like the idea of being attracted to someone, and then you build each other up, and then you have a beautiful life together.
But why can't you do that with money? Like, why can't I do that with somebody on a yacht in the Mediterranean?
Listen, I say this because one of my biggest insecurities. I have a new girlfriend. I don't know if I told you.
Yeah, who is she?
She's a beautiful girl.
Okay. So you have a new girlfriend, you said?
I do. And here's the thing, is that we love each other a lot, but one of my insecurities is that I won't be able to provide, because my comedy is my number one priority.
Okay.
And it's the first time in a very long time that I'm like, oh, it would be nice to have a family, make babies with this lady.
Really?
Yeah,
You're thinking about like wanting to have kids with this person?
Yeah, exactly. I do.
You want kids?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just realized I'm watching reels on Instagram, and I see a father holding like his little daughter, and I start crying.
What?
Dude, it's insane. I'm having baby fever. It's crazy.
Oh, very much the opposite. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm seeing people with kids. I'm like, oh God, thank God I made the right decision. Okay, and
Yeah. But here's the thing: is that one of my I'm like, will I be able to provide?
Yeah.
Will I be able to feed that baby? Will I be able to give the woman the life that she deserves? It's one of my huge insecurities.
Okay.
I don't know how we went to that subject, but the camera dropped 6 times, so I forgot when we started talking about this podcasting.
So
yes,
with your new girlfriend,
yes,
is she supportive of what you do?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has she ever said anything to you about like she wants you to do? Has she ever put any particular like expectations on you?
Nothing that I would consider out of the ordinary for a Middle Eastern woman.
She's Middle Eastern?
Yeah. Moroccan.
Oh, okay. Oh, so North African. Okay.
North African. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Same, but
Yeah.
different. Yeah. She is. Exactly. See?
All right.
So, here's the thing. Like, right now, she's visiting her family in Morocco.
Okay.
And
She's like from there properly.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
even like she grew up here.
No. She's been here for a few years now.
Oh, she's from the motherland.
She's
Okay.
from the motherland, 100%. And her brother just got, fiance. So they went.
Her brother just got engaged?
Yeah, her brother just got engaged.
Okay.
So they had to go. Like I don't know if they did it already, but they're going to ask for the woman's hand. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And she was telling like, oh, you have to buy a special bouquet and you have to bring presents. You know, when you ask a girl's hand.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay,
and she was telling me, and I was just counting in my head. I was like, she started freaking out. And then as a joke, I don't know if you see my apartment. My apartment is quite messy.
You've never invited me.
And
I live like
so
4
messy.
blocks away from you.
You don't want to come in. My girlfriend doesn't come to my apartment. It's so messy. So as a joke,
Clean
I tell her, sweetie, oh, we could have the engagement party at my house, and I swear it gave her diarrhea. She's like, what? Like she didn't. The idea.
Oh my God. Yeah, because it's not big enough to be able to put like an outdoor tent.
That's not the problem. The problem is the fact that it looks like Gaza right now. That's what my apartment looks like.
Okay.
Right now. That's
right.
my fault. I keep Hamas under the sink. It's my fault, Andrew. I shouldn't.
You should. Yeah, you're hiding them. Okay, so.
So yeah, that's.
You can't
right
just
now,
like.
I'm like.
What about just cleaning your place?
She's a very clean girl.
Yeah.
And I'm a very messy guy.
Yeah.
And.
It sounds like a rom-com.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like a Simple Plan song.
Yeah.
And but we're trying to work it out. You know, we have different. Also like spending wise. You know, she spends like a person with a job. You know, one of those people.
I do, because she has a job.
Because she has a job.
Okay.
And
with benefits.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, benefits.
Like a salary.
Benefits is where it's at. I wouldn't be able to go to the dentist if I didn't have benefits.
Soon, I think with the government, I'll be able to go to the dentist.
Right. Yeah. They're finally going to make this available.
Yeah. So it's good. It's inspiring a lot of jokes. By the way, the fact that she got diarrhea is not a joke. She's like, I need to hang up my stomach. Something happened. When I said it, I made it as a joke. Oh, sweetie, I'll go ask your hand, and I'll ask my openers, Joel and Will, to come with me.
Oh, God.
Joel will host, like, hey. She started freaking out.
Okay. Wow, maybe I should come to your place to lose some weight then.
Clearly, it doesn't work.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you're lucky, though. Your husband, boyfriend, seems like a rich fella.
No,
So
he's not
handsome.
rich. He also has a pretty stable job, so he does okay for himself. Huh?
He looks. I've said it before. He looks like a Brazilian Don Draper.
A Brazilian Don Draper.
Yeah.
Wait, which one's Don? Who's Don Draper?
Is the main character
in
Mad Men.
John Hamm?
John Hamm, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He looks like I saw him once, I think, in the photos you showed me in Brazil, and he had like those old school sunglasses.
Oh, yeah?
And he was wearing like a nice shirt, opened, with shorts.
Okay.
Again, I'm not gay, but I remember these details clearly.
Yeah, I know.
And I was like, mashallah. Oh la la, Andrew Khoury.
Well, what can I say?
You hit the jackpot. He's a very lucky guy as well, but dude.
But some people are luckier than others.
Yeah. You make him laugh. He doesn't look like a funny guy. Is he a funny guy?
Yeah.
He is?
Yeah, of course.
Not as funny as you.
I can't date somebody who doesn't have a good sense of humor.
He does have a beautiful laugh, but does he make you laugh?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
Yeah, my girlfriend makes me laugh too.
Yeah, the diarrhea made you laugh?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm going to try it on stage tonight. That's how much it made me laugh.
Yeah, no, I don't think people realize when you're dating somebody, I think dating somebody with a good sense of humor is very important.
So important.
It is.
Because once sex is gone, eventually sex goes. You can't be 80 years old and having sex. It's just at a certain point, laughter is like the mouth orgasm you'll get to have.
I mean, if I'm 80, I'm still planning to be, physically active.
I agree, but it won't be the biggest part of dating. Sex, you're 80. Who wants to fuck an 80-year-old person?
Another 80-year-old?
No, I don't think so. I think an 80-year-old wants to fuck like a 30-year-old.
Maybe by that point, I'll have some work done, so I'll look.
Dude, have you seen Kris Jenner?
Oh my God, can we talk?
Please.
She looks amazing.
What kind of children's blood are they putting?
She looks amazing, and I'm too scared to get plastic surgery, I think.
Yeah.
But I support.
You don't need it.
No, I mean not now. Well, I used to want a nose job for a very long time. For years.
Like every Middle Eastern girl.
Yeah, for years.
Yeah.
I really, really wanted a nose job.
Me too.
And that, why?
It's a big nose.
No, I look at your nose, I'm like, your nose is not big.
Nah, you're too kind.
But I really wanted one for years.
Yeah.
But I couldn't afford it. But also, I think I'm too scared.
Yeah.
So, I'm too scared to go under the knife. But when somebody looks really good like that, I like that. Hats off to that man.
It's money. That's all we need. You just need money. Money will buy you all the...
Now, I don't know if this is true, but apparently the type of facelift that people suspect that she got
Yeah.
cost like $350,000.
Whoa. Wow.
But when you have that kind of money, I mean...
I'm surprised she didn't get it before. Maybe the technology didn't exist.
Yeah.
350,000. Damn.
So her and Lindsay Lohan, they both look fantastic.
Yeah. Lindsay Lohan, when she was... Oh, man. When, like the drug years, she looked terrible. And now I saw her, I'm like, my God, she looks so beautiful.
And you know, when she was going through her like big Arab phase and like Muslim phase,
Really? She went
big
through an
fan.
Arab phase? Oh.
Yeah. She's married to an Arab.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that.
So you had a chance.
If she likes Arab, she won't... This is not...
Arab enough.
This works on a lot of Eastern European women. They look at this and like, you look like my father. We need to have sex.
Do you find Eastern European women are your biggest demographic?
I don't know. I know my girlfriends listen to this podcast, so I have to be careful. But I would say yes. Anybody, any country from the ex-USSR? Yeah.
Have you ever been to one of those countries
No.
before? Maybe
No.
you should go. Maybe you'd be like a hot commodity.
They come to me. I haven't been, but yeah, Russian, Ukrainian, Moldovan, Serbian, that whole area. I speak their language because I'm also very direct,
Okay.
and that appeals to to these women.
Yeah.
Just like, you're beautiful. We go on date. They're like, okay. They like the directness of men.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's too late for you to go there now, I guess, to find a woman.
No interest.
No interest because because he's in love.
I am in love deeply.
Wow.
Like to build a future with this lady.
I never heard you say you were in love.
I am. Such a good feeling.
How does that make you? Yeah. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel good. It's nice.
Okay.
It's nice. It makes me look forward to the future.
Yeah.
Makes me... Because here's the thing. We have different... My only goal in life was to do comedy full time and not be homeless. I just don't want to be homeless. That's it. That was my only goal.
I think that's a pretty good bar to set.
And that's not
be
her
homeless.
goal. Her goal is
Nobody wants
house and family. So it's kind of pushing me to be a bit more ambitious.
Why does everybody want kids, though?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Have you ever heard me say I want kids? No?
Now?
That's now. I don't know. I think once I found the right lady, my heterosexual side is like, well, why... Also,
But the
I think
world
she would
is...
make, like, let's say, I don't know if I'll be a good dad. Let's say I'm a bad dad. She would make a good single mom, which is a very important thing to consider.
Yeah, but do you want to make somebody into a single mom?
No, I don't. But what if I'm a bad guy? What if I'm a terrible father and we get divorced? I need someone who's going to raise
I guess
my
as long
son.
as you don't, like, beat your kids, I think you're okay.
Dude, that's the least of my worries.
Okay.
What if I don't make enough money?
Oh, yeah.
What
Okay.
if-
But it doesn't make you a bad father.
Or like, I don't know. I'm never home because I'm on the road. I don't know. What if I'm a
Mhm.
terrible dad? I need
don't
someone
know.
who would make a good single mom. And she has those qualities. I don't want her to be... but what if?
But, like...
What if?
I don't know. I just feel like with the way the world is going, why do we keep, like, having more kids?
But what's wrong with the world?
How much longer does it have left?
I think we still have a few years. It's okay. Listen, our grandkids will be raised on Mars. That's all right.
Who wants to live on Mars?
That's the next step.
It's cold and red.
Yeah, but maybe in 200 years they'll blow up a couple of nuclear bombs over there and the atmosphere will change. I don't think, honestly, the world is not that bad. We don't live in the horrible parts of the world, I'll give you this.
Yeah, but
But
like...
look around you. Look how beautiful this country is.
Yeah, sure.
Go to Cornwall, Ontario.
So when John booked me to be on the show in Cornwall, he said to me that he and I, shout out to the people of Cornwall, but he said that he and I may have to run out after the show so we don't get gay bashed.
Dude, anybody tries to touch you,
I'll just bend over?
No.
Oh,
bro.
okay.
I will do terrible things to them.
Well, the thing is, though, is that I don't think a lot of people realize that I'm not particularly scared of people.
I know you're not, but I will not allow.
Yeah, I wouldn't allow them either. I think people think I'm more delicate than I present myself to be.
Neither you or John, I would use the word delicate to describe him. You guys.
John more so, I would say he is.
John is Greek, so he has like those those Greek insane genes. Sometimes I talk to him like, Jesus Christ, John, you're scaring me.
Yeah.
Like, when he has someone he doesn't like, he's like, he say shit. I'm like, all right, John.
Yeah.
But I don't think a gay man over 30 is delicate, because that means
that's not true.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you have to be tough. There's a lot of homophobes and pieces of shit.
I know, but some people, I think it's just a personality thing.
I think you can be you can be delicate, but you're still tough.
Yeah, like
because you had to deal with freaking homophobia in your teenage years, especially teenage years. My God, must have been so tough.
And I'm not afraid to cause a scene in public. I'm not scared.
I didn't even think of that.
I'm not scared of people in public when I'm like ready to cause a scene.
Because in my mind, it's those broad shoulders, just fucking.
I've never had to get into a physical altercation. In those situations, but we perform a lot throughout the week, and late at night. There are some unsavory characters around on the streets and in the metro.
Yeah.
So you got to be extra cautious.
Yeah. But straight or gay, you have to be extra cautious.
Of course. Exactly. So sometimes I have my keys ready.
Ooh. Does that work, by the way?
I've never had to use it, but I would like to think so.
But that's the problem with modern technology. You see my car? It's a keyless entry. So I can slap him with my...
That's gay.
Move away, sir.
You're done.
I have to use
game over.
My knuckles to defend myself.
Because I've watched a lot of Law and Order Special Victims Unit. So I feel like, I know if I have the capability of doing something in a certain situation, I know what to do.
You want to laugh? My girlfriend also likes she likes what's it called?
Criminal Minds?
Crime podcast.
True crime? Big fan. I'm a big fan.
It's terrifying.
Why?
Because she'll tell me like a story. She listened to this to go to sleep. So she'll share a story about a guy who gouged the eyes of someone else.
Yeah.
And chopped the arms of someone else.
Yeah.
And cut off the penis of another guy.
Adi.
And then I look at her and she's like, fully, like as if she just heard a lullaby.
I don't understand.
I am fully awake. I'm like, should I lock the door? Every sound I hear, I'm like, what is this?
Oh my God. I love cuddling up under a blanket on my couch and watching true crime at night. I love that. I don't get scared.
Can you explain it to me? Can you explain that mind, you and my girlfriend's mind, of being attracted to criminal stories like this? Like, what's the comfort? What's the thing? What is it?
Okay.
What's the appeal?
I can't speak for your girlfriend. I can only speak for myself. And the reason why I'm not particularly worried is that I am never the demographic of the victims in these true crime stories. So I'm not worried. Right?
Wait. Jeffrey Dahmer, wasn't he going after like gay boys?
He was. He was. That's true. But they were like mostly black. So I'm out. And
2 months in the Mediterranean and you can say the N-word, buddy.
and then I feel like white women should be the most scared.
Yeah.
Right? Because
everybody wants to murder them.
They're usually, in true crime stories, they're usually the victims. right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So what's the appeal? I don't get it.
It's just, I don't know. What do you mean? What's not the appeal? What is unappealing?
It's terrifying.
Yeah, but usually the perpetrator's either been caught or is dead.
Yeah, but a lot of people died in the process. He
Yeah.
killed a few people.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's not. Like, I remember there was a show that I watched on Netflix where it's based on a true story. Where
Yeah.
it's like, I think it's called Dangerous Minds or Criminal Minds.
Okay, Dangerous Minds was
It's
Michelle Pfeiffer.
and LL Cool J. Great movie.
LL
Highly
Cool J.
recommend
LL
it.
Cool J was not in it.
No, but the song. Power
That
of
was-
the money.
That was
Money
Coolio.
Coolio. Listen, that's.
Yeah.
It's true. It's not LL Cool J. It's Coolio.
So, R.I.P. to Coolio.
R.I.P. Coolio.
Okay, yeah. So what was
That
it?
show was very interesting.
Right.
Because it was.
I know a lot of people who watch Criminal Minds.
Yeah. However, they didn't go into the gory details of how they used to like kill the people. But the podcast that she listens to, it's just gore porn. It's just like, oh, he cut off their eyes.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, again,
tell me
I
this?
have, I think, I don't know, you know what? I think when I was a kid,
Yeah.
the story that really, like, changed it for me was John Benet Ramsey. Do you remember that one?
Can you remind me the details?
John Benet Ramsey was... what year did you move to Canada?
94.
Okay, so you would have been here.
Okay.
So John Benet Ramsey was the little girl with the blonde hair and was like the beauty pageant girl who was found dead in her family's basement on Christmas.
Okay.
Okay. So I was around the same age as her. Okay?
And you were a beauty queen as well.
Yeah, like it could have been me. I could have been John Benet Ramsey.
Who's John Renee Who's that guy?
John Benet Ramsey is the girl.
Oh, her name is John Renee?
John Benet.
John Benet. Her name is John Benet.
Yeah.
Her parents named her John.
Yeah, because I think
Benet.
it's like her father's name or something like that.
That's odd.
So, yeah, I know.
You're sure she didn't kill herself? Because she don't want to be,
La
hey,
haram.
John.
Uh,
and who killed her?
So they have never been. It's unsolved till now. It's been like 30 years and it's been unsolved. Okay. So there's a lot of suspicions and suspects over the years who they thought did it, but again, nothing's ever been confirmed. But that story, I remember when it came out, even as a kid, I was obsessed with it, and I could never get over it. Okay, and my mom and I used to watch the news and hear about it and whatever. And then over the years, as I got older, I would go and I would like Google updates on her case to see what's been the latest, right? So I could know what's been happening. And I think from there, I've just been, and then Law and Order Special Victims Unit. Let me tell you something about Law and Mariska Hargitay. If you don't know who she is the lead on Law and Order Special Victims Unit, and we are now entering season 27 come this fall. Yes, season 27.
27.
And I will still watch it. Okay, I've watched every episode. It's one of my top shows, and she is amazing, fantastic. Okay.
Well, who is she in the show?
She is. She started off as Detective Olivia Benson. And then she moved up the ranks, so she is now Captain Olivia Benson.
Ooh la la.
Yeah.
Well, 26 years on the job.
Yeah.
I hope she did.
Exactly. She deserves her. I think we all need an Olivia Benson in our lives. I do.
What makes her so special in your mind or in your heart?
Her determination, her empathy, and her advocacy.
Ooh.
Right? She'll never make victims feel bad. Right? And she's not afraid of going after the tough guys.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah.
She's been playing that role for 26 years.
Yeah.
She kind of could have that job now.
I read.
How hard could it be to actually, if you've been doing acting that job
Right.
for 25 odd seasons.
Yeah.
You kind of can. I mean.
Wow. Funny you should say that.
Yeah.
Because she is also somebody who I follow on social media, and whose life I'd like to check in on every so often. And by the way, one of my biggest dreams, I would love to be on the show. Just as a guest role. It could be a few lines.
Yeah.
I would love to be on that show.
You have a preference, like you want to be a criminal or you want to be a victim?
Criminal, victim, like crooked jury member.
Anything.
Sassy gay employee, like whatever it is, right? As long as I get to have a scene with her.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
that's all that matters.
I went to Niagara Falls. I did shows there a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah?
And I was blown away by how many Indians live in English Canada. Blown away.
Oh, okay. So were a lot of them at the show?
Not at the show.
Okay, but you saw them around.
Because we were walking
Okay.
like by the falls.
Oh, but maybe they're just like all like visiting, right? Because
70%,
it's really
80%.
Maybe they're just visiting. Isn't it like a lot of like tourists around?
Blown. Yeah, but you're like, okay, where's the Chinese? Where's the whites?
Oh,
Blown away.
Right.
To a point where I'm like, am I visiting Niagara Falls or the Ganges River? That was my first thought.
Or Park X.
Yeah. Park X, there's less of them, I think. Oh, no, there's less Greek. Yeah.
There used to be.
There used to
I
be.
see a lot more.
Yeah. Seriously, I was like, wow. Because you hear a lot of people complain. And
Right.
like, that's racist. Why are they complaining? And then you visit, I'm like, okay, there is a lot. Now, I don't know if they're, good people or bad people, but there is apparently it's the second biggest Indian population in the world after India is Canada.
No.
That's what I heard somewhere. I
on.
don't know where.
More than
Park X?
no. No. England has to have more.
I would assume so.
It has to.
I don't know. I think also the fact that it's like very brown people and very white people. So maybe the delta, if they were like different gradients of brown,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, man, but I think it's just a juxtaposition.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like I have heard about like the large scale immigration into a lot of other places around Canada. But I do feel like there's a lot of people who just. I think there's always gonna be people who complain. Always like there's always gonna be people who are racist, and you see their comments and on social media, and it's all just stupid.
You know what's fun? If we want to look at the positive,
Yeah.
there is a big rise in anti-Arab sentiment and anti-Jewish sentiment online. Big, very big. I don't see a lot of anti-homophobic.
You've seen a lot of homophobic stuff?
I don't.
Oh.
It's as if like
It depends on where. I guess it depends
racism is making a comeback,
yeah.
but not homophobia.
I don't know. Well, want to know what it is? I think more people are focused on being discriminatory towards other queer groups more than gay men. Yeah, I think that's what it is. And also, I think it depends on what you're following on. Maybe you're not on the like anti-queer parts of social media.
No.
Which is good.
You know what?
Shout out to you.
My Instagram doesn't know which side of the Middle East I'm for. So sometimes it sends me like anti-Israel stuff, and then sometimes it will send me anti-Palestinian stuff. I'm like, huh?
Really?
Which one do you like?
Okay, so my algorithm.
Yeah.
When
It's just dead babies.
when I show up onto the search page, it's like literally cake recipes and Golden Girls.
Really?
Yeah.
You tailored your algorithm so you don't get anything from the Middle East.
No, I do get. Well, I follow some pages to get that
Yeah,
news, right? But in terms of like my search area,
Yeah.
a lot of it really is just like cake recipes. I got a lot recently for Namura.
That's the sweets thing.
Yeah, it's like the semolina cake.
Ooh.
So now I feel like, am I supposed to make this now?
You have to.
Yeah.
It's interesting how like I find social media now versus how it was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Completely different. Like the censorship is gone. I'm seeing the most anti-Semitic videos and jokes I have ever seen. I see that like also anti-Arab. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, this is not good. No censorship. My front page is still boobs and UFC fighters.
Okay.
But the reels, like, when you're scrolling reels.
Yeah.
Woo, ay, caramba.
Oh.
Seriously.
But you get a lot of like boobs and UFC stuff?
Well, you know, on Instagram, you go on the homepage,
Yeah.
whatever it's called.
Yeah.
It's boobs and
Yeah.
UFC stuff
Yeah.
and cars.
Are you okay? Are you a big UFC fan?
No, but I
Oh.
enjoy like watching like a beautiful feint punch. I like
Okay.
boxing.
Because I've watched UFC fights.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. I was watching it once, and some guy's eyeball looked like it was like literally gonna fall out of his face. And I was like, I don't know if I can watch this.
I don't watch it because it's like watching a Chinese movie. I don't understand what's happening.
Right.
So I don't see the chess plays, the
Right.
intelligence.
Yes.
I just see two guys hitting
Yes.
each other. I'm like, come on, guys, be friends.
Yes.
Come on. So, however, boxing, I took some, a couple of years of boxing, so
Okay.
I kind of understand what I'm watching.
Okay.
So that I enjoy.
I do remember as a kid, my dad's family got together at my uncle's place. Everybody was there to watch the Mike Tyson Evander Holyfield fight.
Whoa. That's
when he
cool.
bit the ear off.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You saw this live.
I was a kid, and we were all there watching it, and then he did it, and I think we were all like pretty like shook by what happened. We were like, "What the hell is that?"
Is this boxing? What is it?
Yeah.
Is this boxing now?
This is what boxing is now.
Wow, that's cool. I didn't know. I never had that. Let's all meet up together and to watch like a game or whatever.
Yeah,
I've
I
never
remember
done
that to watch a game.
not a game, but like a boxing match or like UFC. I like to watch reels on my phones. I like
I've
the
had friends
shortness of that.
So, I mean, gay people don't really get together to watch like sports that much. Well, the ones that I know. But I have gone to like Super Bowl parties, but mostly for the snacks.
Yeah.
Okay. But as a kid,
So white of you. Super Bowl party?
What am I doing?
Isn't that a white thing? I didn't know immigrants did this.
No, my family didn't do it.
No, okay,
I'm talking about with
all right.
friends.
Okay.
With friends. With
Like,
white friends.
With white friends. White straight friends, I'm assuming? Or was it white gay friends?
No, I've never been to a gay Super Bowl party.
I would love to go to a gay Super Bowl party.
If somebody can make that happen, I'll go to it. But nobody's going to be watching the game.
The mom of my friend, she used to love watching the Super Bowl because she found the athletes had great asses. So she watched it for the asses.
But isn't the camera not like, it's not zoomed in though?
These are big asses.
Okay.
You'll see them. The zoom is good enough to see those gigantic
when I
muscle
see
butts.
old clips of basketball,
Yeah.
right, of the NBA, like old, like 70s and 80s,
Yeah. Short
their shorts were very short.
Yeah.
And I feel like we need to bring that back.
You want to see some thighs?
I just feel like we'll get more demographics watching in this case.
Listen, we've had conversations about shorts in the past.
Yeah.
We have different philosophies
Yeah.
about shorts.
Yeah.
You are a big fan of shorts on men,
Yeah.
and I am not.
Yeah, but these are athletes. These aren't
Yes.
regular people.
These-
You're right.
These are nice thighs.
These are superior people. These are mutants.
Yes, I agree.
Right?
I mean, you could just call them black, but yes, they are mutants. They're great.
They're the
athletes.
X-Men.
They're the N-Men. All right, this is too much. Okay.
And so
Sorry. We don't have to release this, by the way. Just if this is too much for you.
no. So I I feel like we need to bring back short shorts.
I have a question for
Yes.
you. The WNBA,
Yeah.
do they wear short shorts or do they wear like the men's long halal shorts?
Well, like most people, I don't watch the WNBA.
Okay. Yeah.
But I have seen photos and videos, and I think
Look
it's
at that
just,
here.
and I think it's the regular.
Yeah.
I think it's the regular like longer shorts.
Really, I'm
Yeah.
surprised they wouldn't go short shorts.
Maybe they want equal opportunity.
Yeah.
You know,
All right.
if they do it for the WNBA, then I feel like they have to do it for the NBA.
Oh, I see what you mean. You cannot have one side.
No, exactly. I feel like that would not be fair.
1 second. The GPS is freaking out. I don't know where the hell I'm supposed to go. We should let's stop the podcast now because I need to look at the GPS.
Okay, yeah.
Where we need to go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to this very interesting podcast with Andrew. Andrew, if there's anything you don't want on the podcast, please let me know. You can say it now. Gabe will remove it.
All I want to say is nothing about removing anything, but like if anybody can get this to Mariska Hargitay, please do let her know I love her. I would love to be on SVU just for like a quick guest role. And I very much looking forward to watching the documentary that she just made called My Mom Jane.
My Mom Jane.
Her mom was Jane Mansfield.
Who's Jane Mansfield?
She was an actress back in the 60s.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that photo?
Sorry.
It's okay.
I need to know where I'm going. I don't know exactly. Sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Have you ever seen that photo of Sophia Loren and a blonde woman?
Yes, and she's like looking at her.
Yes.
Yes.
That blonde woman
Yeah.
is Jane Mansfield.
Oh. Okay, and that photo, was she really like being jealous of her boobs? Or was it just, sometimes you just look and it
No,
just
I think Sophia Loren talked about an interview years later.
Yeah.
I don't think she was jealous. I think it was just kind of like, I think maybe she was just a bit caught. I think she was caught off guard. She didn't realize something like that. She said it wasn't like her being mad or upset or anything like that.
If anyone ever takes a photo of me and I'm looking at those tits, it's not by mistake.
It's not because you're jealous.
Nope. It's not jealousy. It's like, damn, look at them titties.
Right. I feel like most people would.
Boobs are awesome. That's the thing. I think where even gay men will tell you, boobs are great. They're beautiful. They bring you happiness.
I'll ask my network of people, but
Yeah.
I'm not really sure if that's the consensus.
No, but really, I thought we agreed on this that like boobs are awesome. No.
I mean, I can appreciate the beauty
Yeah.
of the female figure.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Okay.
But I'm not like, wow, like,
Damn.
yeah.
Okay.
I've never said, yeah,
You never said damn
to boobs.
to boobs.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're missing out.
I mean, if you say so.
All right. We need to stop because I'm
Okay.
not paying attention. I'm trying to see where I'm going.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much for listening and tuning in. Follow Andrew Khoury. I'll write his Instagram at the bottom. Comment if you like anything that we talked about. And guys, thank you so much for listening. I love you, Eugene. I love you, Gabe. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.